Hey everybody. I know yesterday wasn't a banner day. I was actually reviewing the information I had in yesterday's video, and it's amazing to me that I had four of the five unders correctly, and yet somehow I didn't win a single NBA bet, which means I had the information and the research, and then I didn't act on it. So, anyways, I was going to post screenshots of the picks here. NBA, I lost them all, and you'll see the results on all of my slips, and you'll see the results on this page here. Um, the one was underdog, where I ended up only losing $5. I missed on all my early plays on college basketball because of foul trouble. The one thing that can really get you in college basketball, because if they pick up two fouls, they're out for the rest of the half. And venting venting over on points of Freeman over on rebounds killed me because when they were out there, they were way overpaced. They would have easily cleared, but they were in foul trouble. And the last foul on venting, I would say was crap, but the announcer seemed to think it was fine. But anyways, I did hit my last one, and that's the thing when you're playing a lot of three pick plays. All you have to do is hit 1 out of 6, and you pretty much break even. So at least that brought me back. The NBA games I lost mainly because of I keyed on Harden over 4.5 rebounds, and he didn't get close. And the over on 8 points because he had hit it consistently. I think last 5 games, um, and he only scored two in the second half, and it destroyed me. So we're starting fresh today. Um, and I wanted to get this out early because the college basketball games start in like an hour from now when I'm creating this, and so I haven't checked on the the spreads on the sports books to see what they're at. I did notice when I was checking the odds and everything, a lot of these were minus 160s, which means there's a really good chance that they've been bumped up um, at the sites. Either way, but I'll give you the research and do with it what works for you. So there's a ton of college basketball today. It's fantastic having so much to pick from. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing if I'm going to be keying on some early games and then see how they go to decide what I do on the afternoon games. There's college basketball all over the place today. So, anyways, these are the overs that I was looking at. Um, you could see the McCullough over 15.5 points. He's hit the over on his point prop in the last 10 games. So I'll see if that's still available. I'll probably want to pair him and Dickinson because I know the Kansas Houston game's on TV. So I'll be looking forward to that. There's the other information on there. Augustus from St. Mary's, you're also going to see him show up in points, rebounds, and assists. So it kind of depends on what you prefer. But those were the overs that I was looking at in these games. Here's points, rebounds, and assists. Now, I didn't find any unders that I thought were super appealing. And truthfully, there's enough in here that I don't have to sweat myself through an under if I don't want to. But I'll show you on the next page what it looks like. So these are where these are at, and a couple of them are on pretty decent streaks. I'm probably going to end up taking this one right here, but I'm going to learn my lesson from yesterday and not key the same players on every single ticket because that's what sunk me on NBA yesterday. Um, the unders that I have on here, see with Isaiah Pope, he's only hit the over on his points prop 26% on the season. And he's hit in 4 of the last 10 games, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you look at the 26%, it actually means he's on a better pace than he was to start the season. So, same thing we have with Jalen Terry here. And this one was the one that kind of stuck out a little bit. It's only hit once in the last 9 games on the under on the 4.5 assists. This was one of those negative 160s. I won't be surprised if when I go look on the underdog, this says 4, which might impact my thinking a little bit. But if I'm looking at a 4 instead of a 4.5, it means that I have a good possibility of a push happening, which isn't truthfully the end of the world. So there are your college basketball unders. Potential blowouts, over unders, and injuries. Spreads of 8 plus. Only one of today's NBA games has a spread over 8, and it's the Cleveland San Antonio game. Antonio spelled incorrectly there. So that's good news because blowouts also killed me. I was keyed on the Chet Holmgren over on rebounds yesterday, and he basically didn't play in the second half because Oklahoma City had opened up. I can't remember if it was like 35, 40 points at halftime. It was ridiculous. So there's the over-unders on the games. You got Milwaukee-Dallas game coming in at the highest. Lakers-Knicks game coming in at the lowest. Significant injuries out of this time. And what was surprising when I was looking on the DK Live app for significant injuries, I didn't see Randall, but I'm pretty much positive he's out. I think he's got a torn meniscus. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be out too. So when we're looking at the overs today, you'll notice in here, I'm kind of staying away from New York, Philadelphia, because of the injury situations in those games. I'm going to learn my lesson from 2 days ago where it's so hard for me to know who's going to step up in those games. Austin Reeves had an absolutely monster game last game. He has hit his over on his props in 80% of the last games. I'm not sure if both AD and LeBron are back today, but neither of them was listed as out as of yet. Obviously, with those two guys, you have to check like pretty constantly throughout the day. Although LeBron's played a lot more this season than last season. The one that I'm a little concerned on there is Kuminga. He's hit in the last 5, but they just keep jacking that up because they're trying to find the right spread for him because he keeps going over. And this is the second of a back-to-back for them. I think he even sailed over that number yesterday. I'd have to look, but I know his points prop yesterday was I think 20.5 or 19.5 because he did hit the over for me on that. And then you got DeJounte Murray in there, has been on a pretty great streak as well. Now on the unders, I didn't notice this on, to be honest. He's only hit the over on his PRA in 2 of the last 10. I think it's mostly his rebounding. But obviously, if you're taking the under on a guy that can put up, 50 points, it's a little concerning. Here's the information. The one on here that the stats might not show it, but Tyrese Maxey under 6.5 assists. In the last game, he only had 1 assist because he took like every shot. So I don't know if that continues, but I also don't know who he's going to pass to besides maybe Harris. So he might be ball dominant again in today's game. I'm obviously not going to sprinkle a ton of that anywhere because it's an injury situation, so it's hard to know. Looking at this and how he hasn't hit in the last 5, and this was also another heavy negative number, I wouldn't be surprised if when I look for this, it says 3 instead of 3.5. So anyways, that's the research for today. Good luck with all your plays. I will post my slips a little bit later. I hope everybody has an amazing Saturday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.